There is no more important question to the future of the Kansas City Chiefs than this. Will he play again or not? Let's break it down. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ryan. This is me going rogue. Ryan going rogue. Get the RGR thing there. This is a fun one. The annual trek to the Combine. Chiefs have completed it. You always get to hear a little bit from Andy Reid and Veach at the Combine. And obviously, it's a very tumultuous year. Dan Harms is there for us, as well as the Draft Network this week. So make sure you check out him. He will have film breakdown tomorrow. But we are going to go over a couple of comments specifically to what was said about Travis Kelce by the leadership in the Kansas City Chiefs organization this week. Want to make sure that you guys check out BetUS. They are our title sponsor. Use that code YouTube150. You're going to get your 150% on your deposit bonus up to 3 times, up to $2K each. So make sure you hit that. I think it's really important to take everybody's words as they actually say them. I'm going to give you a line-by-line breakdown, basically, as we hear it from the men in question.
How we left at the end of the season is that he was fired up. He has one more year under contract, and still think he has that fire and desire to play. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no deadline. I think we left it as he'd be back, and we're excited to get him back and get him going.
And I just want to take that back for a second. How we left it. There's a lot of hubbub today about, hey, Travis is definitely going to be back. I think he's going to be back. I just want to put it out there. I think Travis Kelce returns next season, and I don't think it's particularly a big question mark. I don't think he's ready to be done. Losing that Super Bowl leaves a tough pill to swallow, and I just don't think he's going to be up for that. So I do think he returns. But this is not new information. I'm going to play it again here in a second. I want you to hear what Veach actually says, and that is the way we left it, meaning they spoke after the Super Bowl, exit interviews right there within a few days of the Super Bowl. I don't know exactly when Travis had his exit interview and left town, but it wasn't long. You don't linger around at the end of a season. It's not like they've had some revelation here in the last few days that he's definitely coming back. It is the situation for Veach that he is under contract and he has one more year remaining. He can play. I think he still has it in him. So does Veach, clearly. But this isn't Travis having told the team that he's definitely back. It is still a question mark. Listen to what Veach had to say yet again.
How we left at the end of the season is that he was...
How we left it at the end of the season. Not anything in the last couple of days before the Combine. So I just want to lay that out there. It does have an effect when you listen to the language a little bit closer.
Fired up. He has one more year under contract, and still think he has that fire and desire to play. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no deadline. I think we left it as he'd be back, and we're excited to get him back and get him going.
And the only deadline is artificial because there's a roster bonus involved on the 14th of March. That's the only thing. It's not like they gave him an ultimatum that was way blown out of proportion. You heard me say it here last week, weeks before, when it happened. Not an ultimatum. Not like a hard deadline. Hey, Travis, you need to be in by X, Y, or Z, or this ain't happening. It is none of that. It is not a push and shove situation. So let's just remember that this is an ongoing situation. If you saw Travis on his show, maybe the week after the Super Bowl, meaning after this conversation with Veach, you got a very different picture of how he was feeling. Very much on the fence is the way it came across to me. So again, I think he plays, but this isn't a done deal. This isn't confirmation that he has decided he will definitely be back. But there's more to it from the coach's point of view as well, but you got to take a chance where you get a chance.
The best way to get into the action is with BetUS and their deal with code YouTube150. You can start playing today with that exclusive offer. You can get into all the football that you want, whether it's getting into the season-long odds against Super Bowl, against the division. The Chiefs are heavily favored in a lot of those, but there are plenty of bets to be made. And you can do it all at BetUS, where you can get 150% of your deposit bonus up to 3 times and up to $2,000. Use YouTube 150 today at BetUS.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at Andy Reid's opinion here, and I want you to hear it from Coach himself.
That's up to Travis. At this point, you get out of town and relax. You know, that's kind of my my motto for these guys. They played a lot of games and a lot of, for a consistent amount of seasons here. And so you get to the end of the thing, you've exhausted yourself mentally and physically. Step back and take care of that, then we'll talk. So, but for right now, I think that's what he's doing. And he and I will get together. Now, listen, I had exit meetings with all the guys, so before they left. So we did have a chance to talk, to answer your initial question. Travis, that's up to Travis.
It's up to Travis. Again, Andy reiterates they talked after the season and that it is up to Travis. He is taking this attitude like, okay, listen, I know you're pissed. I know you're frustrated about the Super Bowl and you don't want to end your career on that sour note. Okay, fine. Don't make a decision right now. Go away. Go get off your feet. Go relax. That's what you have to do. RELAX, relax. Then you can make an informed decision. And I do think that what we saw of Travis shortly after that does feed into that too. He still felt exhausted the week after. And I think that is important. Maybe something he didn't do last offseason in relax enough. I don't know that he gave himself the recovery time that he needed, but that's what's important. And this is Andy giving him a pass to say, listen, get out of town. Go enjoy yourself. Be with your girlfriend. Be with wherever you want to go. Go hang out with your brother. Do your things. But get off your feet, let your body recover, go sleep a ton, go hit a beach somewhere and just chill. I think that that's valuable. And if you listen again to what Andy has to say, I think that's the message he's sending them.
At this point, get out of town and relax. That's kind of my motto for these guys. They played a lot of games and a lot of, for a consistent amount of seasons here.
I like that Coach brings this up because we talk about that all the time. 20-game seasons back to back to back to back to back. That's tough. Okay, 19 in there once. But other than that, you're talking 100 games in 5 seasons. It's ridiculous. It is difficult to do, and it has a toll. And so it's not just that Travis was, running around doing a lot of things, had a lot on his plate last summer when he could have been recovering a little bit more, training a little bit more. And when I say training, I don't mean like you're trying to bulk up, you're trying to do something. You're trying to keep your body loose, keep it in condition so you don't have to train so hard to get back into condition. If you maintain it, it's easier than stopping and then starting again. So it's that time factor that goes into it. And I do think that that's important. And that toll of all these seasons really comes through, and Andy seems to agree.
And so you get to the end of the thing, you've exhausted yourself mentally and physically. Step back and take care of that, then we'll talk. So
that's the big thing right there, is that, you know what, take your time away, come back, then we'll have a conversation. He knows that Travis Kelce is likely to go away, relax, spend some time with the girls, spend some time with his family, hang out with his brother, drink a few beers, get his feet up some and be like, you know what, I can do this again. I got another season in me. I got 1 year on my contract. Let's go finish it out. I think that's what Andy Reid is saying here, is that he expects, what I expect is that Travis, once he gets some rest, will decide to come back, because that's what champions do. And I do think that that's what's in store here. So I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you read into this the same way that I do? Is there something else that you think I'm missing, or do you have some insight as well? We, of course, will cover Travis whenever he does get back. But the key here, the takeaway for me, is to just remind you guys to just relax. Hopefully Travis does as well. Don't do so many commercials. Don't do so many TV shows. Just go relax and be a ball player that isn't in season. It's been a long time since he was that. So I think that that's really important. Thanks for being here with me. Make sure you like, sub, and hit the bell. Film room tomorrow, stats on Thursday. Friday, you're going to have another piece from me as we get ready for all this stuff that's coming from the combine. If you don't know me already, I can only stress this so much. Go check out rogueapc.com. That is the athletic matrix and my draft guide, along with my crew that is expanding this year. We give you the grades, we give you the production stats, and we give you metrics for athleticism you can get nowhere else. You can take Raz and you can take it to the next level, because we're a couple echelons away of functional athleticism that the Chiefs need a ton of this offseason. Thanks for being with me. Be back here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Have a good one. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.